I first heard of Jeff because he wrote an article in the New York Times, on the New York Times website actually, and it was about an experience he had on a meditation retreat, and it was so well written.
You described Jeff Warren as the MacGyver of meditation. How is he the MacGyver of meditation?
He just loves to get under the hood, and whatever your problem is, he'll just grab some duct tape and pliers and fix it, just like MacGyver could.
Jeff, meditation teacher, live in Canada, live in the 6, Toronto.
Hey, he said I live in the 6.
What does that mean?
You wouldn't get it. I've never been a calm, naturally placid sort of what you might imagine a meditation teacher to look like. I'm super ADD. I've got lots of I get dysregulated really easy. My energy gets up and I'm just I get totally blown out. Eventually meditation emerged through the research of a book I was doing as one possible way in which to work with my experience. And it turned out to be one that I clicked with. My entree into Buddhism was trying to figure out what they're talking about these deeper end, the so-called deep end of practice, what awakening was, what all these things were, what to make of these people who really seem to exhibit incredible measures of mental health. Meditation is practicing how you want to be a human being. It's training how you want to be in this world, how you want to be responding to what's going on around you. On the one hand, we're just exploring, we're having fun, we're learning more about our experience. As we do that learning, we discover meaningful things about ourselves. It's fundamentally playful.
Yes.
You can play with your experience.
Absolutely.
You can remix your experience like a DJ, basically. Let's do it right now. Okay. Let's do a little mini 5-minute meditation. You guys want to meditate? Let me try it out.
All right, sweet.
Okay. So you can start by just closing the eyes. You can have them open a little bit, sort of staring in front of you. It's sort of up to you. I like to keep mine closed. As you inhale, stretching up the spine, finding a little bit of alertness in the way you sit. As you breathe out, just imagine breathing out any tension. So, see if you can kind of enjoy this break of just doing this one thing. Let it be a break in the mind and body.
And noticing what it's like to sit with openness.
You might notice the body is tensing slightly or rigid or bracing in some way. Like if we were about to hear a loud noise, we kind of brace. So if you notice that happening, see if you can just soften through the body. Imagine that my voice is just sort of a sound wave that's moving right through you.
Sometimes I think of it as the Fonzie effect. You're just being cool.
And when you're ready, you can just take one more deep breath. One more big, long exhale. It's like breathing out any tension.
Feels like I got a massage.
Feels like you got a massage?
Massage, yeah.
What you're pointing to is what these guys who have been meditating for 2,500 years are trying to point to, which is the process of how the meditation can be healing. These are the things we need to hear, because I think there's a tendency as mindfulness gets fashionable, everyone wants to jump on the mindfulness bandwagon. There's a lot of hype around it, but what's the real deal? It's not going to be all unicorns and roses every day. It may never be that. To be a meditation teacher who's got their own major struggles with ADD and being dysregulated and mood swings and overthinking and all the rest of my neurotic stuff, and I'm still in the middle of working with that.
So in many ways, like what you're experiencing for your own profession is almost a gift.
That's why I see it. That's how I see it.
Yeah, because you have this unique opportunity to explore your own consciousness in a very challenging way, and also to be completely honest about it, which is very, very beneficial to not just your students, but a lot of the people that are listening.
You can actually begin to understand your own neuroses and accept them and own them. They translate really beautifully into a kind of buoyancy into your personality. And I just wish that we could be allowed to talk more about the real ways in which we struggle. Because it's only when you open yourself up in that way that you begin to find ways to address those issues. Guess what else? You also deserve the compassion. You also deserve the peace. If you don't give yourself that kindness and that care, how are you going to be able to really end up giving it to other people? What is the authentic expression of you being in the world in a way that you find soulful? That's what you want to be moving towards.